Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday, August 2nd. I'm sorry. I know it's been a while. I'll explain, but listen, hear me out. Yesterday in baseball and like this past week has been so insane that it gave me like the energy to get up and record this Saturday morning. But it's okay. We'll get into it. But a little bit about why I haven't recorded in a while. One, I haven't felt like it, if I'm being completely honest with you. I got married, I moved, I have a new job, and then I got sick, and so it's just been a lot going on. But that's no excuse. If I want to do this, I should do it. So I'm sorry that it's been a while, but we're back and we're here because holy, so much has happened since the last time I recorded. The Mariners were here, and then it was over, and then we were back, and then it was over, and now we're back again. It's been a wild ride. Anyway, and hey, I got to give it to everyone else. Since my spring training video where the balls were dragging, that sounds insane. My spring training video where, I would notice that there was more drag on the baseball. Other people have noticed this too, that I've seen on Twitter. Congratulations for catching up. I was on it first. I just want to point that out, at least as far as I could tell, because I noticed it really early. But that's besides the point. So, I don't even know where to start after this week. The trade deadline was this week. It was on Thursday. It ended on Thursday at 6 o'clock my time. I'm in Tampa, so 6 o'clock. And the Mariners kind of sat it out, which was unfortunate. But they did make some good moves. I'll talk about it. But it was a pretty wild trade deadline, and it has a lot to do with what happened yesterday, funny enough. So the Mariners got Josh Naylor and Eugenio Suarez from the Diamondbacks this trade deadline. And they also got Caleb Ferguson, who's actually a really good reliever. He was good a couple days ago. Anyway, super stoked about the pickups. I wish they would have done a little more on Thursday. They really could have put it over the top, but I love what they did. They really helped this lineup. And the lineup they've been rolling out the last 2 days, I love it. But we'll get into it. The Yankees tried to make a super bullpen, and we'll talk about how that went. I don't know. The Rangers got better. The Astros got better. It's going to be a brawl in the AL for the rest of the year because there's no elite team in the American League. It's going to be freaking crazy. So I'm super looking forward to the rest of the year. Okay. But we're going to get into what the heck happened yesterday because yesterday's slate of games was unbelievable. So unfortunately, I was at the Rays game last night, Rays-Dodgers. I watched Freddie Freeman hit a nuke over the right field fence. That was pretty cool. But it meant I couldn't watch the other games that were happening, and the other games that were happening were insane. So I remember it was like the middle of the Rays game, and the dude next to me was checking his phone, and he was like, man, the Pirates have scored 6 in the top of the first. And I was like, what? So I checked my phone to verify this information, and sure enough, they did. They ended up scoring 9 in the top of the first against the Rockies. And so I'm sitting there, in my chair like, man, the Rockies are just being the Rockies. They're terrible. And then the game ends. I go home. I'm on Twitter. Suddenly it pops up, Rockies 17, Pirates 16. And I was like, excuse me? What happened? It turns out the Rockies spotted the Pirates 9 runs in the first inning and won the game on a walk-off, like by Brenton Doyle. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I mean, but, that game, as insane as it is that they scored that many runs combined and they made that crazy comeback, it is the Rockies and the Pirates. So it's like, as cool as it was, it's not super, impactful to the standings or any playoff races. It's just like a cool baseball game. So watch the highlights to that one if you're curious, because that was unbelievable. But I want to get more into like the Yankees game and the Mariners game, because there were 5 walk-offs yesterday, which is nuts. We had one, Yankees, Red Sox, Rockies, and someone else. I don't know. But a lot going on yesterday. The Yankees game, what happened? Like, the same deal. Honestly, I was at the Rays game. I checked my phone. The Yankees are up 9-4. I'm like, dang, man, we're trying to gain a game on them. I'm hoping the Mariners can win tonight. We got Gilbert on the mound. And it'd be great if the Marlins could do something, right? So same deal. Check my phone. They're down 5. I'm like, dang, that's unfortunate. It's all right. We'll get them next time, kind of a thing. I come home, I'm changing my clothes, getting ready for bed. I guess getting ready to watch the Mariners game. And suddenly I check Twitter once again. Marlins 13, Yankees 12. What happened? Here's what happened. So the Yankees at the deadline decided, they were going to make their bullpen better, which has been a problem for them. Their pitching has not been super great, but, it's the Yankees. They're always going to swing the bat. So they were trying to bolster their bullpen, and they went out and got a bunch of dudes. I think they got like 3 guys, and they all pitched yesterday. And they all were terrible. You can't make it up. Like this is like Mariners level cursed game. 9-4. You have your 3 new guys that you traded for to make your super bullpen, and they just blow the game. Kyle Stowers hits a grand slam, make it 9-8. They ended up taking the lead, like 10-9, I think. But then Volpe hits a moonshot to make it 10-10. And the Yankees fans, you're probably like, okay, it got weird, but we're the Yankees, so we're gonna win the game. No. I like everything that could have gone wrong. Like they go up 12-10, and then a routine grounder, through just a base hit through the right side. Caballero, bless his soul, just misses it. He just like, what is it about New York? I guess not the Mets, but the Yankees. That like as soon as you go there or get traded there, you just can't field anymore. Like, what do they do to these people? Do they just like smack them in the head with a shovel before they get on the? Do they practice fielding? Like Volpe is not good at shortstop. Caballero is usually a pretty solid defender. He's a good utility guy, and he just whiffed it. Like his first, he comes in to pinch run, steals second, because that's what he does. He's got a lot of steals this year. Steals second, scores, goes to play right field, and then just bottles the game. And then they end up, a 1 foot, squibber out in front of the plate ends up scoring the winning run. And it's just a gift. Absolute gift. I don't know. Super weird. Like, Yankees fans, look, I love Dave Sims. Shout out to their announcer, longtime Mariners broadcaster. Love Dave Sims. But the Yankees, man, like, what the heck was that? Like, the Pirates doing it's one thing. The Pirates can pitch. Don't get me wrong. The Pirates they got arms, and the fact they blew a 9-run lead is kind of insane. But everything, it was very like Murphy's Law game for the Yankees. Everything that could have gone wrong went pretty wrong, and they ended up losing. And it was unbelievable. 2 crazy comebacks in both those games. Like, wow. Baseball. Like, how can you not love baseball, man? That was so crazy. But then we get to the Mariners game. I get home from the Rays game, and it's already on, and it's already making me angry because we have a bad inning, and that's kind of been Gilbert's thing. So I guess we'll start with Logan Gilbert. Started off strong, like he usually does. First time to the lineup, not really a lot of issues. But then he I guess he got to the bottom of the lineup, and then it kind of fell apart. He has that one inning that he's had in the last couple outings where he'll get in cruise control, he'll be pitching really well, and something will go wrong, and he'll just fall apart. He'll just start piping fastballs, and it looks like he's a grumpy kid, and he just like can't get out of the inning. Luckily, he did get out of the inning, only giving up 3, and managed to stick it out through 6. So props to Gilbert for, getting through it this time. But at the same time, he's got to be better. Like, you just can't, throw a fit on the mound. Even I understand that things really didn't go his way in that inning. It was an unlucky inning. He just got super, like, Canzone can't field the ball in right field either. Sorry, like, it's not just Caballero. Canzone went to just pick up a ball with a bare hand and couldn't it for some reason. So I understand it's not entirely Gilbert's fault, but he's just, like, he's got to lock back in, man. I don't know how to say it. He's got to lock in. Okay? But then Spire came in. He was great. The bullpen was really good. Brash did a great job. Awesome job from the bullpen last night. But the offense is, like, last night was weird. Okay, so ever since the trade deadline, we're leading off Randy Arozarena. And the 1 through 7, heck, 1 through 9 looks really good. Like, that, every single one of those dudes are hitters. And that's the first time I can say that about a Mariners lineup in a very long time. We still got Robles coming back, so hopefully he can play pretty decent. Because I would like him in right field as a defender more than Canzone, although Dominic Canzone is swinging the twig. More on that later. But I think we win 4-3, but I think the offense looked better than that last night. I think a couple that got hit out to right field just kind of died. Like Polo hit one off the top of the wall. Josh Naylor got under one, but I think if it's not in Seattle with the stupid marine layer, then it's probably a home run. Like, I feel like we did a lot better. Like, Cole Young had an unbelievable at bat. I think it was like a 12-pitch walk. Really well done from him. But I think the lineup performed better last night than the stats will tell you, just because that's just kind of the vibe. And so we get to the bottom of the ninth. We're down 3-2, and it was looking a little dire. The Rangers had a lefty on the mound going up against Dom Canzone, J.P. Crawford, Cole Young. Granted, Dan Wilson was going to pinch hit for Cole Young for Mitch Garver. We never got to that point, so we don't know how that would have gone. But I don't know if I like that move. I probably don't, because Cole Young's been playing really well. It's a little quicker. I don't know. Whatever. But Garver can just hit you a bomb. He's done it before. He did in the Braves game last year. So you never know. But you know who else can hit bombs? J.P. Crawford. But before that, to set the table, lefty Dom Canzone single. I love to see that. It wasn't even a strike. It was like down and in off the plate. He pulls it into right field. Solid base hit. Gets I say rally. It was two batters, but gets the rally started. And J.P. Crawford comes up to bat. Little 2-0 count. And just bombs one into the right field seats. I'm in my apartment. It's almost 1 a.m. here in Tampa, and I'm trying not to wake up my wife, who has to work at 7 a.m. So I'm freaking out in my room. They're in my office, just losing my mind, and I couldn't believe it. Like, that was a win you needed. After the Astros lose and the Yankees lose, you have the ability to gain a game on the Rangers by just beating them. Just win, and that's a game for you in a very tight wild card race right now. So it is so massive that instead of the Rangers getting a game on us and those other teams, we get a game on the Rangers and those other teams. But I was absolutely buzzing last night. J.P. Crawford is like total vibe shift, right? You lose that game, you're going up against like DeGrom tomorrow or something, or today, and it looks dire, honestly, if we don't win that game. We're like, if you don't win that game last night, you're on the cusp of losing the series. J.P. Crawford had other plans, however, because that dude came up to bat. And I just had a feeling. Like, look, I'm not saying I'm Nostradamus or anything. Normally, I told myself after the 7th inning, because it's freaking past midnight, I'm going to go to bed. If they don't score here, I'm going to bed. I didn't go to bed. I had a feeling. I'm sitting there in the 9th inning, and I'm just watching it by myself in the dark. And I just couldn't bring myself to get away from the screen. I just had, sometimes something about baseball, you can just feel it coming. You just know what's going to happen. It might be a combination of like, the fact that we were really close to hitting a bunch of home runs today. We pulled a bunch foul like we like to do. And like, it just felt like there was a breakthrough coming. And J.P. Crawford got that breakthrough. Shout out to J.P., man. Like, he was mirrored in a horrible slump. He's like 3 for his last 40 or something ridiculous. Moved down in the lineup from 1 to 8, which I think I kind of like him down there better. Not like, because he's not good, but I just like Randy leading off. He's such like a, an energy guy. So it's instantly, JP is too. That guy's freaking awesome. But I just think I like him better at the bottom of the lineup. I think he just works better there. But, dude, it's like divine intervention or something. He comes up mirrored in a terrible slump, and he just comes through. Like, J.P. Crawford, I go back and forth with him all the time because, like, his defense isn't great. I don't even know if it's good anymore. But sometimes, like, a couple years ago, his bat's really good. Last year, it's terrible. This year, it's good again, but then he's, like, slumping. And so in my brain, I'm like, is it time to move on from J.P. Crawford? Like, where are we with this guy? He's so cool. And I love his energy and everything he brings. He's awesome. But, like, I don't know. His performance just wasn't, for my opinion, was not justifying, like, him, being basically the captain of the team. That's what it feels like. I mean, you could give Cal, Julio, whatever, but JP just feels like the captain, So I wasn't not confident in JP Crawford, but, I was a little nervous. But he goes up 2-0, puts a great swing on it, and just hits one. And, maybe that'll help him. Maybe that's the confidence he needs to turn it around. But, dude, he needed that. And the Mariners needed that so bad. And I was overjoyed seeing that last night. I was buzzing. I was probably glowing in my room. Couldn't believe it. So the Mariners, the vibes are high again. The lineup looks so good. I mean, it hasn't really. I guess we scored 6 the other day, but I don't know. It just hasn't. Feels like it hasn't really broken through yet. They're kind of up and down. Like some people will play decent, some people will play good. Like bad. Others will play good. It goes back and forth a lot, which is a sign of a good lineup. Like people can pick up the slack where everyone else is playing poorly. So that's a sign of a good lineup. You're gonna have some give and take all the time. So the trick is to make a lineup that's good enough to play through the slumps. And sometimes you'll break out of a slump in a big way, JP Crawford. Well done, my son. Proud of you, kid. So, yeah, the Mariners sit, last spot in the wild card right now. 2 games ahead of the Rangers. I think we're like, a game behind the Red Sox and a game and a half behind the Yankees, 3.5 behind the Astros in the division. We play them again later, like toward the end of the year, I believe. So winning the season series against the Rangers is gigantic. Don't get me wrong. But these next 2 games are still super big. And go out and get greedy. Go win more games, especially after losing the series to the A's before this. So go out, win this series. The next couple series are also pretty easy. You got like White Sox, Orioles or something. Go out there and start sprinting. Win some games. Use this new lineup. Bryce Miller's doing his rehab start. See if the pitching can find their groove again. Hopefully Castillo can be good tonight. And we can go. I mean, we beat DeGrom before. I don't know if that's tonight or tomorrow. I don't remember. But we can go out. We can hopefully beat DeGrom again and get greedy. Like let's go out and let's really take it. Let's pressure the Astros, pressure the Yankees. There's no good teams in the AL. There's no great teams in the AL. Let's go be one of them. Come on. We have the firepower and the pitching to do it. They just have to work together. Like it's just been very back and forth. If the pitching can find their groove, this team is going to win a lot of baseball games to end the year. And hopefully we're winning games into October because they can do it. I totally believe they can do it. And I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. Big next couple games with the Rangers. Super excited to watch it. Unbelievable. Last couple days of baseball. I love baseball. So fun to watch. And yeah, I'm truly looking forward to it. Hopefully I can do this again next week. No reason I can't record on Saturdays. That's my bad. I just gotta, edit and upload, which is the lazy part that I don't feel like doing ever. So thanks for listening. If you're here, sorry this was kind of just off the cuff. I'm just yapping in the microphone right now. I don't really have a structure or anything. Yesterday was just crazy, and I have energy to record a podcast. So here we are. And hopefully I'm back. I can make that decision myself. But y'all have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Go Mariners.